There we go. We'll balance the camera. Hi everyone, I'm Jennifer McCreath. Today is Thursday, September 12th, 2013. I was hoping to bring to you a very special all-candidates debate today for the position of Deputy Mayor for the City of St. John's. Unfortunately, as we learned on my Facebook wall yesterday and on CBC Crosstalk Radio Noon today through journalist John Furlong, that one of the two candidates is apparently not interested or willing to debate the issues with their opponent. I'm going to carry on. We're going to have an all-candidates debate, even if it's only one of the two candidates. Specifically me, Jennifer McCreath, I'm very keen about all-candidates debates. I'm very keen about openness, accessibility, transparency, and accountability. I want people out there to know that a vote for Jennifer McCreath is a vote for accessibility of your politicians. If you have a question, I will be there. I will answer it. I will not duck it. I will not run and hide. I will never refuse an interview with CBC. And you can engage me in any means you feel. We can meet in person. We can talk on the phone. We can write letters. We can tweet. We can email. We can Facebook. I will be available at your service 24/7, around the clock, 365 days a year. Now, some of you know that I love to use humor to make a point, so this is an all-candidates debate. Even if my opponent is not willing to accept, we do have a chair set up. Lovely little chair there and an empty chair. Let's go through the formalities, because I'm big on formalities. I'm big on following the policies and the rules, so even if there's nobody sitting in that chair, I'm going to take this microphone and put it in front of the chair just to make sure that there's, if anything my opponent wishes to say during this debate, the opportunity is there. So let's hold the camera steady. We'll point the microphone at the empty chair. The opportunity is there. We've presented you this opportunity, opponent, to come and talk about the issues. You said you didn't want to be here. Actually, you didn't even respond to CBC. You responded to me, but you didn't even respond to CBC. I think that's a real shame, because CBC is a very good, very good news outlet, and the Radio Noon Talk Show is a very well-respected program. And there you have it, folks. You can vote for this empty chair, or we can turn it over and vote for Jennifer McCreath, who is willing to attend all candidates debates, who did attend the Happy City debate. Got to hold this microphone because we're pretending this is an actual. Anyway, let's get on with the show here. I want to talk a little bit about my platform, votejennifer.info. I'm going to actually very quickly run through what I've got on that website. My opponent is running, I believe, on 3 core issues. I have, I believe, 16 key issues, things I want to accomplish. So let's quickly talk about them. I want to restore, first and foremost, number 1 on the website, restore faith in the government process. I want better citizen engagement, more transparency, proactive accountability, and I want to streamline service delivery. People don't vote because they don't trust the system, they don't trust the people. I want to change that. 11 people will sit on City Council, but this city belongs to all of us, and I want to make sure as many of you have the opportunity to have your ideas put forward. If you've got something to say, or if you have a question, I will be there to listen to you and talk with you about those things. First and foremost, we need to get people engaged. Secondly, and kind of a tie under that, is cooperation and collaboration. Get the city working better with neighboring cities and towns, develop better working relationships with provincial and federal governments, form stronger relationships between city, citizens, and businesses. A lot of people, a good friend of mine once coined this phrase, we're all on the same page, but we're reading different books. Not exactly ideal. We do need to get on the same page. Issues like traffic, urban sprawl, crime. We've seen a lot of new housing developments go up in St. John's and in our neighboring towns. These are not neighborhoods, they are just houses. I've been campaigning all over St. John's, I've been to Airport Heights, I've been to Southlands, I've been to the Goulds, I've been to Kenmount Terrace. And it saddens me to see house after house after house, but there's no real strong sense of neighborhood. There's no corner store there, there's no school, there's no baseball diamond. Heck, you need a car just to get to your mailbox. the end of the street. We need to come up with a better way. Everyone's talking about downtown being congested. Well, we need to build neighborhoods that have everything. Not everybody wants to have to come downtown to work or to shop or to play. Whether it's Southlands, whether it's Kenmount Terrace, whether it's Paradise or CBS, we need to develop fully functioning, self-sufficient neighborhoods. Sure, there's a lot of people who live in CBS that would love to work in CBS, but they can't because there's no offices up there. All the office towers are in downtown St. John's. Smart growth. Find a key balance between growing the city while preserving our historical downtown and cultural heritage. Encourage building up instead of building out to limit urban sprawl, especially in areas outside of the core downtown. Danny Williams has a piece of property out there. I believe its nickname is Dannyville. He has said that his new development will not be like these other ones. It will be neighborhoods. It won't just be houses. There will be apartments. There will be parks, playgrounds. There will be offices. There will be stores. That's exactly what we need. St. John's is a beautiful city, and I do not want to see us destroy beautiful old buildings simply because someone wants to put a mega tower there. There are other ways to do this, and we need to explore all options. Affordable housing, huge issue. Create incentives for developers to build low-cost housing units such as apartment buildings, condos, and townhouses. Come up with a fair system that will allow landlords to make sufficient profit, yet not gouge the tenants with excessively high rental increase prices that are above the rate of inflation. Carefully manage the mill rate so that homeowners are not excessively dealing with tax increases due to substantial increase in property values. Rule of thumb is you should only have to pay 30% of your net income on housing. It's been a huge crunch. We got to do everything we can to make sure that everyone has a place to live and can afford not just only to live, but to buy the food and everything else that they need. Part of this includes smart development and not just building mega houses. Traffic and pedestrian safety. Consider reducing speed limits and adding speed bumps and increase traffic safety patrol presence in areas known for speeding and otherwise dangerous drivers. Consider making arrangements to get either more RNC police patrol officers to watch the roads or give city officials more power to enforce traffic violations. More cars equals more bad drivers equals more danger to people. Speed bumps slow people down. Guaranteed. Unless you want to trash your car. I want to look at putting in speed bumps in small residential streets, cul-de-sacs, and areas that are known for pedestrian traffic. Public transit. How about we create carpool lots and have express or shuttle buses that will quickly transport people from the edge of town to the major hubs, such as the malls, downtown, Memorial University, etc. Let's collaborate with our neighboring towns to arrange bus services in and out of St. John's to Paradise, CBS, Torbay, and other nearby areas. And let's review existing bus routes and consult the public on how we can make routes more efficient. No good having a bus system that doesn't work. No good having buses that are empty. We got to find a way to get fewer cars on the road. We can do this. Let's study other cities that have makeups and grids similar to ours. I know they did a review of Toronto. Toronto's different from St. John's. Most of the streets in Toronto are like north-south or east-west. Here our streets are all over the place. We got to look at other European cities that have layouts like ours and study what they're doing right. Beg, borrow, and steal. That's what policy writing is all about, people. Let's talk a little bit about the environment now. Take steps to ensure our lakes, ponds, and rivers remain clean for swimming and wildlife. Organize projects that encourage citizens to take advantage of green space. Initiate a project that will look at cleaning up pollution in the St. John's Harbor. It saddens me to see the destruction of wetlands and environment, all in the name of building houses. Water bodies are so important. What makes this city so beautiful? Being able to go to a pond, feed the ducks, or jump in for a swim. It's not something you get in a lot of big cities. I will fight to preserve these areas and keep them clean, if elected. Even if I'm not elected, I'm going to be fighting for this, because you know how much I love feeding the ducks and swimming in the ponds. Vacant grocery stores. We've got a problem here. A lot of grocery stores vacant. So if you need groceries, you can't get them unless you travel a long way around the city. I want to take steps to eliminate the vacant We're going to eliminate the vacancy tax break to promote the use of privately owned empty business space. And we'll encourage property owners to sell or lease to others who are willing to set up grocery stores. If you own business property, you're paying business tax. End of story. Shouldn't matter what you're using it for. That's what property tax is all about. In the case where we've got 4 or 5 Loblaws Dominions that have been sitting empty for years, no, that's not going to work. That's ridiculous. Sidewalk snow clearing. We need to stop using bulldozers to clear snow and use proper snow plows, because packing the snow down and removing the snow is different things. We need to take steps to ensure that all sidewalks are cleared in a timely manner. If you plow the roads, you're also plowing the sidewalks. Same time, no excuses. Simple solution. It won't cost a lot more money. This can happen. It does happen in other cities, and it must happen here. We need people to have clear, safe sidewalks to walk on. End of story. Talk a little bit about finance. Take steps to ensure that citizens have a better understanding about how city budget works and how they can get better involved and engaged in the issues and decision-making process. Taxes. Find a fair balance between taxing businesses and citizens to ensure maximized quality of life for all. Look at tax credit and tax reduction programs that will help those less fortunate. We saw the city spend, I think, $400,000 on a fence project that was run and managed by the Federal Port Authority, a self-sufficient crown corporation that's capable of charging user fees. If you want to park your boat in the harbor, you're paying the feds money. There's no reason for the city to have paid for that project anyway. I want to put an end to stuff like that. Waste management. We need to find ways to enhance our recycling and compost programs so that more citizens and businesses can conveniently partake. Conduct a feasibility study on the composting program. A couple of years ago, I took all my empties that I'd saved up over the years to the local depot, and they said 90% of the stuff we cannot take. Well, why not? They all say you can recycle them, plastics, bottles, not just houses. We need to get condos involved too, and apartment buildings. And the green composting thing does not happen here. I'd like to get that started. Infrastructure. Carefully prioritize and implement water pipe and road upgrade projects. I know the folks out in the Goulds have some serious concerns about this one. We have to keep up our infrastructure. We cannot have water pipes crumbling. We cannot have roads crumbling. You can't have houses on foundations that aren't solid. We need a solid foundation in this city, and that includes all parts of this city. I know this video's gone on for 13 minutes. We're almost done. Storm water runoff and flooding is apparently a big issue. I want to implement policies and procedures to ensure that new developments meet best practice standards to reduce the risk of flooding. We can't have flooding. We just can't. And it won't happen if you vote for me. Tourism, culture, rec, and the arts. Let's create programs and grants that will enhance and encourage creation of products, services, and events that will enhance the quality and quantity of entertainment opportunities for citizens and profile artists and entertainers. We keep hearing about tourism here. The arts is so much part of that, as well as the local folks. We've seen some steps taken in the right direction to bring more major entertainment acts to town. I'd like to keep the ball rolling, and I'd also like to push harder so that our local artists and entertainers have more opportunities to get their products out there. Demographics. Let's talk demographics. Let's conduct some studies on specific minority or unique demographic groups such as seniors, women, students, LGBT, people with disabilities, immigrants, etc. to find out how the city can improve the quality of life and improve the city's services for them. We're going through a tremendous amount of growth here, and we're seeing people come here from all over the world, and there's got to be a sense of culture shock for them. Newfoundland's a very lovely but a very different and unique place. Likewise, Newfoundlanders are probably not used to seeing so much diversity. We need to find a way to understand each other and get along with each other and work together. And I don't hear other politicians talking about this much. I'm a very unique, diverse person, and I've gone through, as has this city, a learning curve, coming to understand what it's like to have someone with a transgender medical history. in their town getting involved, and there's a lot of education and awareness work that has to go into stuff like this, and I'm here to say this is something I'm going to push hard for. Everybody that wants to come here or is here, we need to feel equal, feel welcome, and feel a part of this community. What is my platform? I guess since this is technically an all-candidates debate, we should give both parties an opportunity to provide some closing remarks. So let's start with my opponent. Thank you very much. Empty chair. I won't really give you any more comments because I just talked for the most of this interview. I appreciate those of you who have taken the time to listen to me and my platform and who are taking me seriously. I sense that my opponent is not taking this seriously. Anyway, I'm Jennifer McCreath, and that was my platform. If you haven't voted yet, please consider voting for me. I'm really excited to see a lot of new blood step up to the plate. We need change at City Hall. I want to be part of that change, and I'd appreciate your vote. Any comments or questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch. info@jennifermcreath.com. Thanks for watching and have a great day.